Hello, welcome to Cerulean Arts Gallery. Tonight we're speaking with Ritva Kangasperko in conjunction with her Cerulean Arts Collective Exhibition, which is on view now through April 7th. Hello, Ritva.
Hello, everybody.
How are you tonight?
I'm fantastic.
Thanks for being here. I'm gonna spotlight Tina. So tell us about your show, yourself.
So I'm a figurative narrative painter, and I paint whatever comes to my mind, and maybe dreams, maybe visions, maybe images that come to my mind or I see. Like in this case, I just wanted to portray that maybe the UFOs are coffee cups with the saucers. And I do consider myself narrative, figurative painter. I have recently really loved the instruments, and so this is my take on tuba, or my take on the different instruments. I think they are beautiful. I think they are. There's an enormous craftsmanship, and I'm really admiring people who invented all these complex things. But as I said, this is my take, and my take is often very whimsical. And here, this is called triotropo, and there are, I don't even know what one instrument is, but there is a tree of them, and they are happily making music. I don't often know where the image comes from. I just get an image and I start to paint. I do kind of very loose sketches most of the time. And so I guess often I've called whimsical.
And you
And
did a lot of spent a lot of time at the Pennsylvania Academy.
I did, my background is at PAFA, and I kind of studied there for a long time in the CE program, and I absolutely thought it was an amazing education that one could get there. Like here, I don't know exactly where it came from, but it's a fashion statement. There is always one in the group of friends that is more fashionable than the others. In my art, I like to talk about friendship and typically positive aspects. I myself want to be happy when I'm painting. When I look at my paintings on the wall, I want to be happy. Like this is a group of friends going to opera. It's called Dressed for Opera. And this is how I would like to go to opera with the live animals. I think they would enjoy it very much. And so I imagine things that I'd like to happen, but I do very often kind of look into the animal human or nature human connection, which I hope would be better than what it is.
Yeah, there are a lot of animals and birds and figures
Yes,
in combination.
yes, yes, definitely so.
And also lots of coffee references.
Right, since I'm from Finland, we drink most coffee per person on earth. So drinking coffee together is kind of a nice moment. You connect with each other. You may not talk so much, but it's always a positive way of meeting in any country. And there are lots of cafes all around the world. This particular was inspired by my friend who always wants hot coffee. So this is my interpretation of her hot coffee. And so, yeah, I do have lots of coffee cups for that reason.
Is it black coffee or is it cream?
It doesn't matter. It just needs to be coffee,
Mhm,
fairly strong though.
mhm.
And like in the middle is the painting that is about this human animal connection. We are all the same in a way. We are all living things, whether it's a flower, whether it's us, whether it's an animal. And so I think this is really in one of those things we should be good to each other as humans and good to the nature around us is my view. And that's why I want to portray, hopefully in a positive manner. Most of my paintings are positive. I call it a positive art. Now, this lady here, it's got a visit from the star. It's called When a Star Visits You. And it's just one of those things that I thought how fun it would be. You look at the sky, maybe one of those stars could visit you. And hey, here it happened. And the lady is a little bit surprised by it. But you know, in art, things are possible, and in our imagination. So
So
that
what feeds your imagination? Like things you read or see or what?
I don't know if I can explain it. It's sometimes it's a dream, sometimes just kind of images pop up on my mind, and sometimes it's just a black to some white canvas, and I just get something happens. But here we have again the coffee cup, and this is morning coffee with a friend. So morning coffee for two, it's actually called. And the lady has been so busy to get coffee that even accidentally took two different shoes on, of course, high heels. And again, I hope it portrays that happy moment with a friend, whoever that friend is, when you drink coffee first thing in the morning. And I also, for morning, instead of having just the regular looking sun, you know, those things on the sky that have different forms. And this is how the sun looks like with its friends, whatever they are, I don't know. But yeah, certainly we Finns, we drink coffee, we celebrate all sorts of things. Anything happens, your car service went well is a good reason to have a cup of coffee with something sweet.
So the way you're working, it's like a very fluid style, but it's oil paint.
I paint mostly oils. I like it most. I feel like it kind of the way it touches, how it smells, and all that. This is a higher calling. Where it came from, I don't know, but it's kind of those kind of a thing. I think I did have a loose sketch, and then sometimes I think the painting always tells you what to do. You start doing something and suddenly you almost hear, no, 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 you need to do this instead.
So you don't
So
have these all planned out ahead of time before you.
no, no, I don't. I most of the time I have a sketch, but when I paint, I just want that freedom. And I always say painting tells you what to do. And so that's how I work.
And are you working
Now,
on multiple paintings at the same time or one at a time?
yeah, I have 10 to 15 paintings going on. If I don't have an idea, then I'll take another one. This painting is inspired by my father, who always made a meadow for the bees. And so they were very popular by all the insects and even the hedgehogs. So it was just inspired, but typically landscapes and flowers are not that much something I paint, but I'm trying to be open. I try to be free in my, to let whatever comes to come.
And
And I
your
think this went through a lots of different iterations.
and your father was an artist too, right?
Yes, and also biologist. So I think that's kind of a background, my interest of nature. Yeah, yeah. Now, here are two paintings. The lower painting is called Giants Visit Me. It's totally based on dreams. These very, very tall women sometimes visit me in my dreams, so I thought I'll paint them. They actually even taller than giraffes, but I wanted to have a giraffe as a point of reference how tall these ladies are. And I'm just imagine they are maybe from some other planet. What do I know where they come from? Or why would I have dreams about science? I don't question it. I thought it was kind of a fun thing, so I painted it. And it does happen quite often. And also the painting about the elephants is the same thing. I mean, this is how the clouds are created. The elephants do them, and that's why they're so important. And so this I think is partially dream too, and not totally. And so I thought that's kind of a fun. That's a good idea. Maybe the clouds are created by the elephants. I think it's a little bit based. Somebody said, well, the clouds up, the wind is created by trees. So I thought that was kind of funny thought. So I thought, no, they are created by elephants.
So it seems like your message of positivity is also reflected in your choice of color, because you have a very high key.
Yeah, maybe so. And also that I don't plan that much, but during the process you may get into a total. You might paint yourself in the corner. Now in this painting, more than any other painting I have in the exhibition, the painting was telling me what to do. I was gonna paint a very whimsical, funny painting of the rhinos and birds, and kind of, I had a good idea, I thought. And as soon as I had sketched the rhino and I started to go to my whimsical ride, I started to hear, no, not like that, not like that. So the painting was, I felt, really telling me what to do. Well, I have a vivid imagination. Maybe it was my imagination, but then I had this thought that maybe there on Savannah, there is a rhino who knows there is a painter somewhere. What do we know what animals can do or can't do? Maybe it was sending me instructions. It's all fun. I had fun painting it, but it got more serious, and it was less whimsical, and more I painted, more serious it got, because I got to think a lot about the rhinos and their life, or how people are killing them. So it did get more quiet, I should say, maybe. But yeah, I feel like I'll use the color I use, and sometimes they very high chroma. I like high chroma, I guess. Maybe it's obvious. Yeah. And the bird painting on the left is kind of, I was thinking I was in Australia. I could hear the Australian native music when I was doing that. And so for me, it presents Australia. I don't know why. Probably Australians wouldn't think so. But this is called Bird Friends. They all friends. Friendship is a very important topic to me, perhaps more than coffee. And so for some reason this is from me and Australian birds, and nothing to do with the science, I can tell you.
So are there other artists that influence you?
Well, I was kind of lucky. Yeah, I would say that I was lucky because I have been able to see many museums, but you know, I know it's not popular to say that you like Picasso, but I love Picasso and Matisse, and I'm sure it's a little bit maybe understandable, but I and if also in my own paintings I have quite a lot of abstraction. So the abstraction changes. Sometimes it's more abstract and sometimes it's less. I don't put any restrictions for myself. I just feel like what I feel, and that's what I do. And these four paintings are all acrylics, and sometimes I take acrylics when I want to experiment all sorts of things. For example, this is called Pink Thought. It's Raining Pink Thoughts. And so I think these four are the only acrylic paintings.
And the instruction at the academy is quite rigorous based on observation. Did you find that it's helped you doing your imaginary subjects?
Yes, absolutely. And I really love painting models, but like during the COVID, it was tough. So in this particular exhibition, everything is imagined. But I do greatly appreciate. I mean, painting a human is so complicated, and the academy teaching I considered absolutely phenomenal and fantastic. But then there was never restrictions put on me, and particularly this time, since I didn't have any models, I just invented everything. And for example, this is called that team sport can be fun even alone, and just want to give that positive thing. Sometimes you are not part of the team, but you can do those things also on your own, if that's the only option. I guess it's more about that. Don't put restrictions for yourself. So these are kind of, the one is called Time is Running, the upper left corner, and lower left corner is Dancing with the Sun. Other one is, the pink one is It's Raining Pink Thoughts, and then the team sports alone. And I guess it's just hey, whatever you want to do.
And this one's a little bit different.
Yeah, I got this idea. I was thinking about space and science, and I'm very interested in that. And I've started to think, if aliens would be able to come here, if they come here, I don't know, they would be very, very advanced. And they would probably be so advanced that they would have invisibility technology. So I started to think about, what about if I'm sunbathing and there are aliens and I don't even know. So this is called When Alien Invisibility Technology Failed, Miss Jones Freaked Out. I mean, suddenly it's technology. Technology can fail. And I had great fun inventing those aliens. I really loved inventing them because, again, no restrictions. Just do what you think. I don't know where they're from, but I had a good time inventing them. And the whole thing about the technology is it can fail. It failed in this case. And you know, sometimes when I laugh, when I paint my own paintings, I'm laughing and I have a good time. And you know, it's just one scenario. I think I have several scenarios with the aliens. This is a little bit science-based too, because I shouldn't maybe say that, but science is telling us that there are portals and there are dimensions and maybe 11 dimensions or whatever. There are all sorts of string theories. So this is my take on what happens when two people accidentally happen to be too close to a portal here in Earth. So they started to be moving into the portal. And I was imagining ballet dancers because I thought maybe they are perhaps a little bit more elegant when they are going through a portal. So it's basically, I'm basically just inventing, and you know, and I hope, I think when the painting is on the wall, if it inspires you or if it makes you smile or makes you happy, then that's a good thing. It's a good thing for your starting your day and in your own house. And I don't take any theme, but I think because what I'm interested, it becomes a theme. I would say. But if I'm left with if I have a white canvas and no plan, in no time there is some sort of figure. And I really enjoyed painting this. I had a good time. Yeah, I did run into problems. You know, when you paint, you run into problems and you have things to resolve. But there is a point when you know, okay, I can solve this, and you feel like you see the path in front of you.
Well, thank you, Ritva.
And I hope people could see these paintings, and if they smile, then I'm very happy.
Well, you know, you have a unique vision, and I think your upbeat message is very inspiring. And you know, I always get a lift when I see your work.
I'm happy to hear that.
It's very enjoyable. It's a great show, and we hope people come down to see it. It's up through April 7th, and everything's also available on our website, ceruleanarts.com. And thanks again, Ritva, and have a great night.
Hey, thank you, and thank you for portraying these paintings and installing them. I'm really happy of all the work you do.
Well, it's our pleasure. Thank you.
And I welcome everybody to come and see.
Yes,
my
for sure.
my paintings.
All right, take care.
Take care. Thank you.